Money laundering is a term used to describe the process of concealing the true source, ownership, or nature of money or assets derived from illegal activities. In essence, it involves taking dirty money and making it appear as though it is clean and has come from legitimate sources. Money laundering is typically associated with serious criminal activities such as drug trafficking, human trafficking, terrorist financing, and corruption. Criminal organizations use money laundering to conceal the proceeds of their illegal activities, making it more difficult for law enforcement agencies to trace and seize the assets. There are several stages involved in the money laundering process. The first stage is placement, where the illegal funds are introduced into the financial system. This can be done through various means, such as depositing cash into a bank account, purchasing assets such as real estate or luxury goods, or using money transfer services. The second stage is layering, where the funds are moved around multiple accounts and transactions to obscure their origin and make them more difficult to trace. This can involve complex financial transactions, such as wire transfers, offshore accounts, and shell companies. The final stage is integration, where the funds are reintroduced into the economy as clean money. This can involve the purchase of legitimate assets, such as businesses or real estate, or simply using the funds for everyday expenses. Money laundering is a global problem that affects the integrity of financial systems around the world. It undermines the rule of law, facilitates the funding of criminal activities, and distorts economic development. To combat money laundering, governments around the world have implemented various measures to detect, prevent, and punish those involved in this criminal activity. These measures include laws and regulations that require financial institutions to implement anti-money laundering (AML) policies and procedures, as well as the creation of specialized law enforcement agencies that focus on financial crimes. Financial institutions have also implemented their own AML measures, such as customer due diligence, transaction monitoring, and reporting suspicious activities to authorities. These measures help to identify and report potentially suspicious transactions to the relevant authorities, which can then be investigated further. One of the challenges in combating money laundering is the constantly evolving nature of the techniques and methods used by criminals to conceal their activities. Criminals are constantly finding new ways to move and hide their money, and law enforcement agencies must constantly adapt and improve their AML measures to keep up. Another challenge is the global nature of money laundering. Criminals can easily move money across borders and take advantage of differences in laws and regulations between countries. This makes international cooperation and coordination essential in the fight against money laundering. In conclusion, money laundering is a serious criminal activity that poses a threat to the integrity of financial systems and the rule of law. It involves the process of concealing the true source, ownership, or nature of money or assets derived from illegal activities, and is typically associated with serious criminal activities such as drug trafficking, human trafficking, terrorist financing, and corruption. To combat money laundering, governments and financial institutions around the world have implemented various measures to detect, prevent, and punish those involved in this criminal activity. However, the constantly evolving nature of money laundering poses a challenge, and international cooperation and coordination are essential in the fight against this global problem.